Hi, fans. Hi, fans. Randy Ingersoll here. It's Saturday afternoon, October 31st. We're in the lobby at Board Space waiting for this afternoon's match between Jewdoka and davideg. Should be an exciting match. Welcome you all to the live broadcast on my YouTube channel. So bear with me while I'm still getting used to doing this. So bear with me while I'm still. Thanks, Andrew. He says, hi, Randy. Congrats to your Dodgers. I'm looking forward to some more great Hive coverage. I appreciate that. I hope we have a great game this afternoon. I'm sure we will. Been a long time coming for the Dodgers. I don't know if we're going to have anybody joining me on the broadcast this afternoon. For those of you out there watching, it's the same Zoom room information as the last match. If you're a member of the Facebook group Hive the Boardless Game, it's posted on there. So you're more than welcome to join in if you'd like. So we've got about 10 minutes yet before the players come in. So far, we've got davideg and Jewdoka playing. This is their third game of the match. Both of the first two games ended in draws. Of course, Jewdoka, who came through the winner's bracket, davideg came through the loser's bracket. So according to the tournament rules, Jewdoka starting with a half-point lead. So if they're tied at the end of the 6-game match, Jewdoka will win by half point. So even though it's 2 draws apiece, 1 point apiece, it's actually 1.5 for Jewdoka, 1 for davideg. First game on the 18th lasted an hour and 40 minutes. The game last Sunday on the 25th lasted not quite an hour, about 51 minutes. Both games started with ladybugs. In fact, if we're waiting, we can go ahead. If you're familiar with how board space works, you can open a review room. I'll open review room 80. We'll go back. We have to go back October 29th, and I'll write in Jewdoka here. And here's the game, the 25th, last Sunday. And Joe has entered the lobby. So you can see the queens were only 1 space apart. That leads to a lot of draws. Doesn't always lead to a draw, depending on if you can force your opponent into bug swing, forcing them to move a bug out that's attacking your queen. But you notice in this case, all the bugs surrounding the white queen were black, and all the bugs surrounding the black queen were white, except for the pill bug underneath the beetle. So in that case, this final spot where the black beetle dropped in, not much that can be done to keep a draw from happening. So let's take a look at what Joe is doing here in room 2. So he's gone ahead and gone into the room waiting for his opponent. So let me say, give greetings to Joe. Hi, Joe. I'll type in there and see what he says. Of course, Joe is a previous world champion. And if you haven't seen it, I'm sure most of you that are on the channel have seen it. This is his book, The Canon of Hive. Actually, it's The Canon of Hive Groundwork. Let's see, we've got someone coming in. Chris Duffy's wanting to get in the room, so let me admit him. Good afternoon, Chris, if you're there. And here comes Francesco Salerno. So we are going to have people joining us. Hawk81 has joined the lobby. Let's see what we've got going here. Hi, Chris. How are you? You're muted, I think. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Frasco. Hi, Francesco. How are you today?
Good. Thanks, you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, perfect. So
we've got Jonas K, Hawk81 are in the lobby waiting to watch as well. Jewdoka is already in the lobby, although he just put a note, said be back in 5 minutes. So we've got about 7 minutes before the game is scheduled. Now just reviewing the 2 previous games. Here's the final position of the last game they played that also ended in a draw. So we've got 2 draws so far. Exciting hive going on today.
davideg plays white again today, right?
No, let's see. Jewdoka played white in this one. So Jewdoka will be playing white in the game 3. For those of you not familiar, they randomly choose in game 1, reverse them in game 2, and the same player that had white in game 2 plays white in game 3, and then they go back. So it's white, black, and then black, white, and then white, black.
So I think this draw was the first game, right? This it was the sea opening.
This was the second game they played.
Oh, okay.
And it was a sea opening as well. And we've got 12 people watching so far. Thanks a lot for joining in. I hope we get some good, exciting hive for you this afternoon.
Night for Halloween special.
And so here's the ending of the game. And I was just making the comment that when the queens are this close, the only chance that you really have of forcing a victory is if you can put your opponent in bug zwang and force them to move a bug out. Because in this case, with black threatening as soon as white starts to try to come up with a method forcing black to do something, the black beetle just drops down in. So it was kind of destined to be a draw toward the end of that game.
Yeah, there's not much to do here.
In fact, that's why a lot of players here, we go back to the opening here. And davideg chose a C opening meaning that the queens are on the same side of the line here where the initial bugs are. And a lot of people don't like the C opening because it does lead to some draws with the 2 queens this close to each other. C opening is actually my favorite opening. I like the down and dirty fighting that goes on inside of a C opening. and the queens came out early. There's one interesting thing about this game. It was not, the pill bugs didn't come out that quickly. Here we go. It's on turn 21.
I can't hear you anymore.
Before the,
what's going on?
Before the black. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, there was
Okay.
something with my.
So it's quite a ways into the game before the pill bugs came out, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, white still hadn't brought in the pill bug.
Yeah. I haven't reviewed the game.
You did or haven't reviewed it?
No, not yet. Did you find anything worth it for any of the two players?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually taken time to review it. So Ariel Conforti says, new to Hive, I enjoy discover there's an online community. Yep, it's quite active. If you play at boardspace.net or Board Game Arena, Board Game Arena is the most active place on the internet to play Hive. Although I like BoardSpace because the review is much better at BoardSpace. As you see, we're reviewing a game here. You can actually click the edit, and then if you want to do, you can do what if scenarios and edit right here and review them in the review room, which you can't do in BoardSpace on Board Game Arena.
No. How did you do your last video, Randy? It was a game from Board Game Arena, and then you replayed it on BoardSpace.
Well, I have two alter egos, I guess is the better word. I have two alter egos, player one and player two.
Oh,
so what I'll do is I will log in as two players and then play the game
by yourself. Oh, okay.
By myself. So
interesting.
I know that someone has written some sort of a script to take Board Game Arena games and be able to replay them on BoardSpace, but I have not looked into that to see exactly how that's done.
Okay, fine. I was just curious because BoardSpace is the best place where to review the games and do some good videos. On Board Game Arena, there's not much you can do.
No, you can replay the game, but you can't back up. You can't edit. On BoardSpace, you can do that. In fact, you can go back and replay any game that's ever been played on BoardSpace, all the way back to 2006. So there's a lot of games have been played. In fact, I did a video some time back of my very first game on BoardSpace. I wasn't very good. I think I lost to Dumbbot. I did a lot of losing to Dumbbot back then.
It was like 14 years ago. Oh.
Yep. Well, 14 years ago was when Hive started on BoardSpace. I didn't start playing. I think I played my first game in 2009. It wasn't until 2010 that I started playing regularly.
I think Board Game Arena came quite later, right?
I'm going to have to, I was thinking about doing a Hive timeline, and so I need to go back and look up to see when Board Game Arena started.
Hmm.
So no David E.G. yet. He just popped into the lobby, so I guess we'll be starting very soon.
You'll call him. Jewdoka white again. It's going to be a C opening again.
We'll see.
One of the two must have found some improvement.
So just a little note here saying, hi guys, I'm broadcasting live on YouTube. We appreciate you all joining us this afternoon. And thanks to Chris and Francesco for joining us as well.
And Chris.
And one interesting thing on board space, you can message to everybody, or you can actually pick who you want to message to. So if they're talking back and forth privately, we can't see them. But if you send a message to all, then everybody in the lobby gets to see it. So you never know whether they're talking back and forth privately or not. But I'm sure they'll be starting very quickly. And so this screen background I got here with Windows, anybody know where it's from?
What? The desktop.
The desktop, yep. I actually did some research and found out where this picture was.
Oh, really? You know where it's from?
I do.
I have no clue.
It's from New Zealand.
Oh.
It's a beach scene on the northern tip of one of the islands in New Zealand. There's a national park there. And these rocks out there, we know it's not Florida because there's no rocks like this in Florida at all. We have beaches like this, but we don't have rocks like this.
It looks so relaxing.
That's why I have it as my background. So I see that nice beach scene every day.
Yeah, you live very close by, right? You can see the sea from your window.
No, I wish I could. I'm five miles from the ocean, but it's close enough.
Yeah, still yeah, close.
One day this week, my wife and stepson went down to the beach, just because they can go to the beach and not wear a mask.
That's a good point. Is it still warm?
It depends on how you define warm. I think it's still in the 80s today.
Well,
the game is started. So let's get, and it's a Ladybug opening by Jewdoka.
Was expected, but let's see what David.
The Ladybugs are out. Jewdoka plays an ant. Let's see, and a mosquito, very similar to the last time. So we'll see if it's going to be a C opening or is something different. Yep, he goes for the Z opening today.
Okay. Let's see if Jewdoka was expecting that or not.
Because if every game ends in a draw, Jewdoka moves onward. So
I guess, yeah.
David has to win one more game than Joe does in order to proceed forward. And Jewdoka elects to do a true pin on the mosquito. Of course, one of the things that this does is it limits Black's spawn points. He has to spawn something next to the queen.
But at the same time, it's not, I think, the most aggressive opening that White can use.
Comes the second black ant, and let's see what White will continue with.
A good thing of this for White is that it basically neutralize the black mosquito immediately. Okay. This was played very quickly.
He's probably been studying David's games. Of course, what this does is the white spider threatens to pin the black ant. Even though it's not a true pin, it would be an elbow pin, it still is a dangerous situation. And if the black ant moves away, the spider goes 1, 2, 3, And then you've got a situation where you may not be able to get your pill bug in easily.
There's an option for black to play pill bug there to stop.
Yeah, right. Northeast of the queen. That's what it looks like he's going to do.
Yeah. Or using the ant to pin the spider, at least temporarily. But in that case, you force white forces black to use an ant in a not optimal way. So yeah, okay. The downside of this is that black cannot use the pill bug next to the mosquito. So sometimes you put it next to the mosquito, so you threaten to move the white ant somewhere else and free the mosquito itself. So you definitely can do that now, but it's not even a problem. Okay, black might go for quick counterattack. I can hear the sounds of, I don't know, something. Maybe someone is writing on your.
No, that's that. That is. If you heard that noise, that's someone coming in the lobby.
Okay.
I have my YouTube display up over here. I also have the chat and participant little windows open from Zoom. So davideg is bringing in ants. He's going to let the white beetle climb up.
I don't like much that beetle spawning there. It's a bit like far.
It is quite a ways away. That's one of the disadvantages of the white beetle.
Although once the pill bug is covered, to be honest, and then the spider can go in quickly. So actually, maybe it's not too bad. It's quicker than it seems. So Jewdoka needs 1, 2 with the spider, 3, 4 to fill the spot northwest to the black queen, and then 6 to take the last kill spot. And black needs 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so actually since.
So how did you count? 1 for the spider.
Yeah.
Then 2, 3. He only needs 4.
2, 3, and 4. All right. Yeah, no, I was counting before. I was counting
new
before
bug,
go in.
New bug, attack, and then the beetle is threatening.
2, 3, 4. So definitely Jewdoka is ahead in tempo. One thing he should do is probably move something like east to the white ant, so to try to free the mosquito. And if the white ant kind of rearranged to pin the mosquito, it's still good for black.
Right, defenders.
Now, now just the white spider pins what's that called? Grasshopper there.
Grasshopper, right?
Then
it's not a true pin, so the grasshopper will be free to jump out.
Yeah, so it still can steal tempos in this way, but I don't know, because black also used 2 ants to prevent white from playing the pill bug. So he can use it. There's only 1 more ant to use for defense.
So do you think David's going to go for a full out attack here?
I think I was a bit too reckless, but let's see. Putting
so if the white ant moves in, it forces the black grasshopper to jump out.
He can jump out to the top.
But he goes there already and releases the mosquito.
There was another good option maybe in playing it, like jump into the east. Because that would have threatened basically the black queen to escape, and at the same time freeze the ladybug. Maybe. But no, it would not work anyway. It's interesting. Oh, okay, he's creating a gate next to the queen, that's why. So that he will win another tempo whenever black attacks, takes the kill spot southwest to the white queen. Okay.
And so now black is threatening, if he goes there, threatening to either cover the beetle or attack on the ladybug.
It seems quite slow though. Yeah, but
So if the black mosquito climbs atop the ladybug, then white just has 3 moves to win. 1, 2, and the beetle drops in.
Unless he can free the ladybug somehow. Not sure how. Well, it could actually. Yeah, once he goes on top of the ladybug. Oh no! Wait, let me think.
So if black climbs on the ladybug,
then white attacks northwest,
and white attacks northwest. Well, we'll see what happens.
You can create another, actually another gate. Oh no, white doesn't need a gate actually. Yeah, it doesn't seem great. The problem is that the black ladybug is in a bidirectional pin, so
Right.
it can't
The
be
bidirectional pin, meaning it's pinned from 2 different directions, so that both of those pins would have to be relieved for the black ladybug to move. If you put a piece there, it's still pinned. If you put a piece here, it's still pinned. And if black attempts to use either one of the ants to create a ring, then the queen will be freed.
Yeah. We could still use one of the ants to make a gate somewhere. But like once white attacks northwest, then black can use ant number 2 going southwest to the white spider, maybe.
Yeah.
Create a gate there. But at that point, there are loads of spawn points for white, for grasshoppers, for example. I don't know. I think white is already, I mean, if not winning, it's very ahead.
Well, it's interesting how he placed the beetle there also, because that removed this spawn point. Now all the spawn points are going to be off of another black ant.
And if black doesn't stop the beetle, then the beetle just goes in. Although I don't know if it's very useful, the beetle there, because it helps to free the ladybug somehow.
Christian Sperling just joined our YouTube broadcast. Hi, Christian. 7:15 tomorrow morning there.
Good morning, Christian.
His brain hasn't started working that early, so I'm just enjoying following your commentary. So, Christian, this one's going fairly quickly.
They're asking if we can see tournament standings somewhere. Yeah, they are. Should we put? Can we put? Maybe I can put a link.
Oops.
On the board
Sorry.
space.
I didn't mean to do that. Let me. Didn't mean to do that either.
Is there a? Yeah, there should be like a. There was a website. Oh yeah, the brackets. Knockout stage. Yeah, here. I'll put the link in the YouTube. Okay, now David needs to think quite a lot.
So to answer Simon's question, what I'll do is I'll get it up here shortly.
Halloween streaming. I still have to carve my pumpkin.
I just posted in the chat room.
I just did it. I did the same.
Oh,
fine.
Okay, let's get back over here. So Jewdoka brought in White Beetle #2, and now davideg is in a think.
Yeah, what are the options? I mean, it's pretty bad already. Yeah, needs to stop that beetle, but Jewdoka is playing fast. Okay, so clearly, yeah, black needed to defend. Spider there. What's the point of a spider there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't see that either. Although
Now I think now, yeah, black will be forced to does he have enough? Yeah, actually there's only one place from where white can take the last kill spot using the grasshopper.
the grasshopper here.
Yeah. So after that, yeah, white has to find something else. But black should be in time to play west to the white queen and free the ladybug. Yeah, has to.
So let's see the options here.
I mean, he can
So
play.
he does not have what white does not have a spot to put a bug that can have a direct line of attack to the final spot.
No, but oh, okay. Actually, maybe that wasn't a good move from Jewdoka.
Well, Jewdoka can bring the mosquito in here. And then either it climbs up and over or moves to here or here, releasing the grasshopper with a fill.
Yeah, so the only thing is black needs to use the ant. But yeah, it won't last long anyway.
Yeah, his only chance is to bring this ant down and relieve the ladybug.
Yeah. But basically you will have 2 beetles on top of the hive at least. So
right. So the second beetle comes up, and when the ladybug jumps out. So I think, are we in agreement that this is probably all over?
yeah, it looks pretty grim.
He could also put it, well,
I think it will climb with a beetle first.
right.
If it climbs with a mosquito, then the ladybug could pin the beetle and maybe save some time more. And also, yeah, the queen wouldn't be able to escape. Okay, so maybe there is a bit of time. So now if the mosquito goes up, black can cover white beetle. If the white, yeah, the queen is free. So probably white needs to play the beetle down, taking the kill spot, and then black can pin the mosquito somehow, either with a ant or okay, just covers the queen. Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he covered the queen rather than just taking the next to the last kill spot.
That's although would free one of the black ants, so maybe
okay.
Maybe yeah, he leaves more space to white. Because now it's still over.
Because if black pins the mosquito, then a grasshopper can come in here.
Yes. Maybe there is still something. Now we can move the black mosquito northwest. Yeah, maybe trying to save. Oh no, because the ladybug is free. So no.
Oh, yeah, the ladybug is free.
Nothing to do. Okay. Okay, good game.
That was a quick one.
After 2 draws, Jewdoka managed to. Yeah, David.
Jewdoka says, finally a win.
How long did it last? Not long, actually. Half an hour. Maybe they're gonna play another game. 5-minute break.
Okay, so it looks like they're going to take a 5-minute break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the bracket here, move it over, and we can look at the bracket.
Mm-hmm. So
here are the knockout stage of the tournament. 8 players qualified. The top player in each of these 4 matchups was the one that came through the winner's bracket, and they got a 1-point advantage. And so we can see that two matches are finished. Euclix beat Lambda 20-22, moving on to the semifinals. Quadlibet beat Sasigi, and then Quadlibet beat Euclix. So Quadlibet's in the finals. Euclix is in the bronze medal match.
then Dube won a game.
And I talked to Frank on BGA earlier in the week, and it's pronounced Doobie.
Doobie.
So I guess it's Doobie.
Okay.
So Doobie has a 1-point advantage on Rise Again. There is some controversy over the game that played Tuesday night, so that might change, but we will see. In Jewdoka,
what happened?
has a 3-2 advantage going into today, so his now is at 5-2. On this website that we use for these brackets, you can't do half points, so it's 2 points for a win and 1 point for a draw. That's why the point schedule is the way it is. So I'm going to shrink this to make sure that we don't miss out on the.
We have a question on the YouTube chat.
Okay.
Simon asked if long drawn out end games, unlike this game, happen quite often. Yeah, I think normally if the first quick attack doesn't work, and sometimes it's easy to miss the way to defend. But if black is quite solid, then the game becomes pretty long, and then you have to try to take advantage of very tiny like subtleties in the end game, and so it might take quite long.
So the answer is yes, they do sometimes end up quite long draws. And then in other situations, it may be long in time where it's not long in number of moves.
Yeah.
Because the way that the timing works, unlike chess, for example, and I don't know how they do it in chess nowadays, but it used to be that in classical chess, you would have like 2 hours for 40 moves. And then once you reach the 40 move point, then you'd have additional time added. Here, it's just a time differential. So in these matches, it's plus 12, meaning that as long as you don't use more than 12 minutes more than your opponent, the game can continue. So you could go an hour and a half, 2 hours or longer, as long as one player doesn't end up with more than 12 minutes more than the other player.
But I think what he meant with long is more number of moves.
Number of moves.
And I think it's not particularly long height compared to chess or other games, but there are some games pretty long, ending up in draws. But
let's go back and look at how many moves was the game 2 Sundays ago?
It was like 90. I don't know, the last one maybe 76 moves. Well, 70 plies, which is 35 moves. It's not that long actually. At the moment, this time control is the only one we have on board space. We hope they implement something a bit different, but I'm not sure. Is there a reason why board space use this kind of time control? The problem with this is that it can go on forever. You can keep giving time to one player to think, and then the time goes to the other player. Hourglass style, how Andrew says. I don't know, to be honest. But we asked for space to change it a bit. But
do you think it's too slow, Frasco?
Pardon?
You think it's too slow with the plus 10 or the plus 12? I think I would quite like that over what I've seen on PGA at least.
I don't think it's slow itself. But potentially can go on forever. But normally games stay below 2 hours, so I don't think it's a problem. But maybe if we know that you have, you have 1 hour, then the game is gonna end in 2 hours. That's it. Here, you never know how long it's gonna take. Which I don't know to be honest. I haven't played chess for long, and I was used to another kind of time control, but this is okay. Yeah, that's also true. So the problem is, in this case, with this kind of hourglass time control, you cannot have both players in Zeitnot.
Right.
So one of them will always have a lot of time compared to the other one. While in chess, you can have both players having. It's probably better if you force the opponent to take some decision. Maybe.
So it looks like this same opening. Ladybug's out, Ant Mosquito, and then Jewdoka chooses a Z opening. So this is just same as last game.
But now David as well. So now David is playing the same opening Joe played.
Yeah, Joe just played.
Well, let's see. Now Jewdoka has to show that he has something in mind better than.
Yeah, Andrew says it's more exciting when both players get into time trouble.
Yeah, well, I agree.
The good thing about Board Space is that Dave Dyer, who's the administrator, who's actually in the lobby right now. Let's see where he is. Hold on. He's quite receptive when we make recommendations. So, for example, because there's been some issues with timing, now each time that a move is made, it's recorded in the game log. So when you replay the game, you can actually see where the timing was. So, for example, the game last Tuesday, where one player lost connection, and when he lost connection, his time reset, we can actually go back and see where the time was in the game log.
Mm-hmm.
So we got ants coming out quickly here, and David E.G. has not brought in his pill bug yet.
And Jewdoka has taken a pin on ant next to the queen.
Yep.
This is quite his style. Try to steal in tempo, as he says.
Why would David want to put his second ant on his queen there instead of on his ladybug?
Well, Francesco, do you think that's a mistake?
Well, it's just something that typically Jewdoka would exploit. Because I know in his book he talks a lot about it. And the problem of putting you mean next to Ladybug, northwest?
Like northwest of the Ladybug.
The problem there, I mean, there's the downside there as well. Is that the Ladybug is again in a bi-directional pin. So it's harder to free the Ladybug for later.
Because the black ant's going to pin from that same spot either way. If the white ant were placed here, he's going to still pin here, which stops this as a spawn point.
But I agree. As white, I wouldn't play like David played here now. I would have preferred play the other one. Or if I really have to play the ants next to the queen, maybe southeast,
somewhere out here.
Yeah. I feel there it's very good for black to be taken. Okay. Now the problem is that black could play can warp the pill bag to the east, like on the other side, next to the mosquito. Well, it's already there. at least it's something to keep in mind. I'm not sure, maybe not right now, but
What would be the benefit of that, Fresco?
the mosquito will get free. Okay, just for one turn, but so if the white ant keeps the pin, so just shift a bit to the left, to the west, then the pillbug there can move the other ant to the southwest as well, and then the mosquito is free anyway. The only problem is that you move the pillbug away from the black queen.
And then if he uses the mosquito, he loses the pillbug defense, I think.
No, because the pillbug would be right here.
Yeah, but still okay, I think. But yeah, there's this other option as well. So just create a pocket for the mosquito without having to move the
pillbug away from the queen.
Yeah. So if the white ant, if the white ant moves, then the mosquito can move with its power the other ant. So probably would move the mosquito now. David, I mean. Or try to anchor the first ant with a beetle, maybe.
So what Francesco was saying was once this second ant moves away, the mosquito can then warp the first ant away, and the mosquito gains the ant power. So another white bug can be used to anchor this first ant to that mosquito. In fact, in one of the videos that I just recently posted, there was a good example of that being done.
In that case, I probably like that maneuver with the pillbug, like putting the pillbug there.
So what do you think about white using the mosquito to move out here, threatening to warp the pillbug away? Oh, he's just going to attack with it.
Okay. So it needs to do something with it. So of course, if it doesn't do anything, white wins. So black has a few options. Well, first, moving the queen just away, but that would probably block the mosquito forever. Another option, is using the grasshopper as a defender, although David can still spawn a beetle west to the mosquito. Yeah. Well, black can use the ant he has in play to stop it. Yeah, it's probably okay. Trying to take him away from white. Oh, change his mind. One threat is just jumping out with a mosquito and pinning both ants at the same time. Not bad. But white could use that time to attack with a beetle. Like a single beetle attack. So, I don't know.
We've got one person in the room saying they're split screen on my iPad watching this while playing on BGA.
Good. Play. Should keep playing my game as well.
That's interesting. He elected to pin the grasshopper. So do you think Jewdoka is going to bring in more ants?
I think he has to now. Or maybe a spider, even a spider west to the bug. Okay. White could take the double pin now. So it's like the first 10, 15 moves are super critical. Then if you get away with that, the game becomes a bit more strategic. But at the beginning, you need to calculate everything. It's very tactical. Okay. I like that actually, because now if White tries to attack with a beetle, the mosquito can just spin it and eventually cover the beetle. And it's in a kind of safe pocket now.
So I guess the black ladybug was threatening to cut off. Oh, no, he couldn't. He'd still have a spot for the pill bug.
I think it would keep it just there because the mosquito needs to
have the ladybug power.
Yeah, and free to move. If the ladybug moves, then the black mosquito is kind of stuck there. Although it might be still. So now that black has two pieces, like the mosquito and the pill bug in, I don't know, we should find a name for that, like one opposite each other. Attacking with a beetle maybe it's not super scary. But white has still many ants free, so black needs to sacrifice an ant or something else at some point. Spider. He doesn't want to give up ants yet. I think if he manages to pin at least one of the two ants using a spider or a grasshopper, then he would have one ant more in the ant game. So he's aiming for something like that. Of course, now white can use the white ant number three to pin the spider. And black needs to again come up with another sacrifice. Yeah.
Of course, the pinning there stops this as a spawn point inside here.
Mm-hmm. There will be another spawn point northwest, but that's for black is a.
But then the spider.
I'm not sure.
The ant can just shift out and pin it as well.
Yeah, but black at the same time creates a gate, so
right.
Maybe that's kind of worth it. I mean, and it needs to sacrifice a couple of bugs. He knows that. So probably if he puts an ant there, or or another spider. It will keep kind of threatening white ants, and at the same time creates a gate.
And it would also threaten to either pin this ant or, oh, no, he's just going to attack.
Okay. Shifting. Quick. Well, black can attack with the beetle now, and
Well, he hasn't decided to do it yet, so let's see what he decides.
is not sure. I think now is a situation where you don't think much about tempo, but maybe it's useful to, because it looks it's too complicated. Like for white, he needs to bring a beetle up, right? So he needs to place a beetle next to the mosquito, then 2-3 moves at least to cover the queen.
Well, he can force it. He can force a beetle up here because black doesn't have enough defenders. But the question is, will it be enough?
Yeah, that's the thing. Now black could go for a kind of a race. If black counterattack with the beetle, let's say just simple count, just simple attacking. So black needs 1 for placing the beetle, then 2-3 to cover the pillbug, and then you need 4-5 to cover take the second last kill spot, and 6 to take the last one. So 6 moves. White needs 1, 2, 3 to cover the pillbug. Well, actually only 2 to cover the queen. White probably needs to cover the pillbug because there are 2 spots next to the pillbug.
Right.
So yeah, it needs to cover the pillbug. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 with an ant, 5 with another ant. It's not that clear actually. 5 with another ant, and then the beetle is too far for
right, because he can't fill this spot without releasing the ladybug. So
yeah. So actually, like just if white goes attacking blind, then yeah, it wouldn't be good. But I mean, as soon as Jewdoka plays a beetle, David has enough ants to defend.
Okay, what about this? What if the beetle goes 1, 2, 3, covers the ladybug?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that doesn't work, and the pillbug then warps the. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always. I think he always gains a tempo trying to. Like the pillbug can always warp something out. That's a good kind of structure to learn.
Would it be faster for black to warp out the white pillbug and to avoid having to cover it?
It would be okay. Let's say 1 to warp it away, and then you need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still need 6 moves. So it's probably the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 5 actually. No, it's not clear. I think at least 6, and it's easier to attack to using a beetle, I think. And he can always have the option. He always has the option later to warp the pillbug somewhere. I think covering is better. The problem is though that instead of just letting black cover the pillbug, then he can move the pillbug actually to the west where it was intended to,
and free the ladybug.
Yeah. So in that case, maybe it's actually good for white. So let's say black beetle climbs up. The white pillbug moves west. Black ladybug covered the white queen. Yeah, the beetle goes there. Black still needs to bring in place another. Well, it could cover the pillbug, but no, I feel it just takes another bug in on the ground, and white can cover the pillbug and then release the ladybug. It becomes quite complicated. I feel that move from white should be good. Well done, no, actually. Let's see what they have in mind. They know better than us.
So if black climbs up, white moves the pillbug over. Black climbs onto the queen. White covers the queen. Yes, it does get very complex in here counting. I think what you said, Francesca, what we need to do is set up a review room and we can actually move things around.
Yeah. Yeah, that will help. It becomes hard to visualize all those bugs together.
Of course, it's a critical game for David. If Jewdoka wins this one, it's over.
Jewdoka is slow on time. I mean, not that low, but lower
He's used
than...
a few. Yeah, he's used 4 more minutes.
Which, I mean, is still a lot of time, but...
So beetle up, beetle over, beetle up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I think that is good for black.
So if
white needs to do that,
white moves the pillbug over, frees the ladybug, then, well, the other advantage to that would be is black would not have to cover the pillbug. The covering of the queen, it would be sufficient.
What happened, David? The problem with the connection, or
must be
taking over player 0? There's a player 0. You are player 1, player 2, right?
Yeah, my aliases are but they're spelled player ONE and player TWO.
Ah, okay. It makes it more
in the room it's player 0 and player 1.
Okay. Player 007 or something.
Do you think it is worth it for black here to shift the pillbug 1 over so he prevents freeing the ladybug?
He's probably thinking about something like that, but he spends a tempo to do that. But actually, one, two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, it's still ahead if he does that.
Well, if he warps the pillbug out east of the mosquito, then his next move can be warping the beetle in to attack.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, still only 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, which is the same.
Same way.
But it
So
prevents
one,
the
two.
ladybug from being free at least.
Correct. Because if the pill bug, but if the pill bug moves to here, then yeah, that's what he did. Good call, Chris.
Amazing.
White has to continue his attack.
I mean, still there are many other, like white has 2 ants, so he can come up with something else, probably. Some
And
other.
now he's going to warp the beetle over southeast of the queen. Yep.
Well, he played immediately. Now it's time for white to find an antidote.
So now black has bring in a bug, attack, threaten with the ant. So black has a quick count of 3.
The problem is also the white mosquito can't move anywhere like very useful.
Could black threaten a win here by throwing in the pill bug and threatening with black ant 1?
Yeah, and then white.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, but the danger with that is then you're putting the pill bug back next to the queen. But you're right. The black mosquito, he could actually win in 2. The black mosquito's warping the white pill bug in.
The problem is the last kill spot needs to be taken by the ant. There's no other pieces in play. So white can just create a gate, and now the pill bug is again close to the white queen.
But now the mosquito climbs up.
Yeah, both the beetle and the mosquito would be free to climb up if they need.
Yeah, true. But it's a tempo, kind of a lost tempo. Well, no, actually, also white. So not now, but yeah, next move, white could move the pill bug southwest, and maybe can save another tempo defending.
Let's see.
Maybe now as well can just create a gate. Okay. 1, 2. So David needs 1, 2, 3, 4 moves, and Joe only 3. That's the situation for the moment. How did he manage to? Jeez.
What's that? I don't see it. Okay, Piotr says, I think the good move would be put grasshopper near a pill bug to avoid pill bug move by black in the next move.
The problem is that black can just keep placing another another piece somewhere. I don't know. It's, I don't know why David wants to take that spot.
Is he attacking with the spider in here?
Mm.
Well, what happens here if Jewdoka warps the pill bug back in?
So white moves the ant, the only free ant, southwest of the beetle.
And then black climbs up on top of them. Oh, no. So he's using the ant to put a block on that spot.
But yeah, actually, I like that for white. I mean, I like a bit more than before. So he pins spider and ant at the same time. But he creates a gate. Okay, that's the point.
And now white has 2 usable ants.
So what's the best way now for black? He needs to take the kill spot northeast. So yeah, either moves the pill bug there and then covers it, which is is very possible.
So if he warps the pill bug to here, then white's only defense is to either, oh, he just climbs up. Now he's starting to direct drop, but the white pill bug can slide around over here to stop the direct drop.
And white has not many spawn points available as well. Another trick for white is to move ant northwest to the white ladybug.
To here.
To threaten to move the freed ant. I think there are not many. The only spawn points are one next to grasshopper, but then white just shifts the pin. One is next to the mosquito, the black mosquito. I mean, an idea could be sacrifice something there, and then use the mosquito to move then the pill bug next to the queen, like attacking, something like that. The problem is that if white pins the beetle, then also the mosquito gets pinned. Oh no, well, actually, no, it's not true. It can move the pill bug inside, like in northwest.
So if white pins the beetle, then black can warp the pill bug in and then cover it.
Yeah, and then there is at least one direct drop for sure. It's not actually forced. It can also it's not gonna cover the pill bug for sure. Jonah says white mosquitoes west of black queen creates a direct drop for white. True, but I think here we are more concerned about defending rather than okay. Jonas, Jewdoka has telepathically listened to you. No, well, Jewdoka, David actually. David plays white. I think the point is more to create an ant than having the direct drop. Yeah, true. There is also direct drop there. But I think now white has an extra ant. So 3 ants should be enough to defend. Maybe. Chris says no with a head. Like, no, there's no hope for white. Let's see.
Maybe I'm just biased, but it just doesn't look very good for white right now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, one problem is black doesn't have many bugs in play.
Okay, now black is definitely threatening to win into. If white doesn't do anything, black just moves the pill back and goes down, and the game over. So white really needs to do something.
And then each of white's moves are dedicated to responding to the new bugs that black plays.
Yeah,
So he self-pinned the pill bug.
But I think if he creates a gate there, he has good chances to defend. Because any of the two space there would allow either the ladybug to move. Well, not one of the two, actually. But with the other one, the pill bug can move the mosquito away.
So what if the black beetle climbs up atop the white ant?
Yeah, that's another problem. 2 beetles is a bit too much. 1 is enough. 2 is too much. A new saying I just make up for hive players. 1 beetle is okay, it's fine. You can handle that, but 2 beetles. Although white has 3 ants, I mean, something else should mean something. But it's interesting that black now is ahead and white needs to defend. I think it doesn't happen very often lately. White is always a bit edge, and then now black managed to, how do you say, like put everything upside down. So if black covers the ant, so white needs to do either pinning the ant or preventing the direct drop, placing an ant some close by.
Well, the thing about it is, though, if he puts an ant to stop the direct drop, you could either place it here. You'd have to place it out there, because if he places it on the mosquito, then the mosquito can just warp it in.
Well, still there's one tempo, one move for black needs to do something else, and then white could self-pin the ant. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look good, but or black, or Jewdoka is getting quite low in time.
Well, it's plus 12, so he still has 3 minutes.
Oh, 12. Okay, I thought it was 10. Also, last game, I think David played quite fast, and Joe takes his time. I mean, why not? I think, yeah, under 2 minutes, I start to feel uncomfortable. But above 2 minutes, still okay. Yeah, if you play chess, rapid and blitz, you are comfortable even with 10 seconds. But I usually am not very good at that. Especially in such a tactical position. Tactically rich. suggestion from the audience?
Nope.
How white can put up a good defense? We accept suggestions, advice.
Were you reading that, Francesco?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
Write your ideas for white to get out of trouble, because I think it's a bit in trouble.
now that's interesting if Joe does that.
He's going to lose his mosquito and his ant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why there. Ah, okay, Joe did that. I see, but still not super convinced. So David should have maybe played something else. Like keeping the pin on the grasshopper, what's the point? I think David is just pushing on time. Yeah, I think that's a point. Yeah, but still Sid Black is ahead.
Okay, white has to place a block here, right? Well, no, not necessarily.
It is Black's move now.
It's black's move now. So
Okay. No, it was plus. Nathaniel is asking about the time control. So it was plus 10 for the tournament before
the preliminary, the double elimination was plus 10. These are plus 12, and the finals are plus 15. Okay, now I have a theory on why he did that. Because white was threatening to move in here, completely surrounding the pill bug, and by doing that, it would allow the spider to be moved. That's interesting. Okay.
I was wondering if he was trying to bait white into throwing out his pill bug.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's another option. Where, like, to the east of the mosquito. Then yeah, at some point, Black could use the pill bug in attack as well. Okay. What about the dark drop there? It just okay. If a dark drop, then create a gate. If it doesn't, you can move here, there. Okay. I thought I would attack straight away. No, I can't. Why there? I'm a bit.
I don't understand that.
What does it want to do? Move the grasshopper.
Okay, let's count for white. If white covers the pill bug, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And black 1. It gets complicated because black, if black takes the space southwest, then the white ladybug is free. If it takes the space southeast, then the white pillbug can take the mosquito out. So yeah, the count becomes a bit complicated. But in principle,
Well, if the white beetle attacks, the only thing that black can do is warp the mosquito out.
yeah,
Then the white beetle covers the pillbug.
what if
white covers the pillbug right now with the beetle? That would be 1.
no, I think attacking I don't know.
Well, if the white beetle attacks,
Yeah, I think
the white beetle covers the pillbug is 1, then the white beetle is 2, and then either one of the ants can go into there. That's 3. Black can't win in 3.
Yeah. So he played.
Okay.
I've
He's playing the grasshopper to re-attack the spot if the black pillbug warps the mosquito away. Now black is in danger.
Yeah, and then basically the pillbug is surrounded.
Pillbug would be surrounded. So David has turned this one around unbelievably so.
Oh.
I'd be curious to hear Jewdoka talk about why or what he was looking at when he didn't attack earlier on.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's interesting. Now the pillbug can move. But he's still okay.
Yeah, where does he move?
Still, white beetle covers pillbug. Okay, now why is he doing that?
I guess what you said, to prevent the pillbug from moving. Now white has a mate in 2.
Right.
Unless there is another. Well, it could actually create a.
He can create a ring with a spider.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. No, actually change things. It change things.
It does or doesn't.
It does.
If he creates his ring with a spider,
then he can move the mosquito away. Or otherwise, white needs to spend 1 tempo to cover the pillbug. Or
So does white have time? Does white have time to? Well, if he does that, the only thing he can do is warp the mosquito out.
yeah, there's nothing else. Where? It's not super clear. I maybe prefer to be super safe and cover the pillbug. 1, 2. Shifting again. Enrique says, David, warp the pillbug inside the ring. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, warp, and then there's a threat of a direct drop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are at least 2 or 3 ways now to continue. But it seems like all of them seem very good for white. Moves in, out, in, out.
Let's say what if the mosquito climbed up on the pillbug? He's threatening a direct drop there. He's only, and even, so if black doesn't, oh, well, that's what he decided to do. And this,
Yeah, it's complicated for Joe. There is a long sequence to calculate, though. So black potentially needs only 3 moves. But in the middle of the sequence, the white pillbug would warp away the black mosquito.
so if black did a direct drop here, 1.
Yeah.
Beetle to here is 2. Then he's threatening a direct drop there as well. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, if this beetle moves to here.
No, but white can move in 3 moves as well. So if black either wins in 3 moves or there's nothing, I think. I think white has too many ways to win. I don't know. So the white grasshopper goes in there, and it's over, I think. I think there was something for black, but it needs to be calculated. So if black goes for the direct drop, then white goes for the direct drop, and black fills the spot southeast to the queen that is covered. And then white needs to take the mosquito out, but black has another ant that can wait, that creates a gate. Does it create a gate? Yes. No. Okay. So there's, forget what I said. I think I think black is hopeless.
Oh, let's see.
I think maybe where is the chance?
Well, now let's count for white, because if white does a direct drop,
Mm.
how does he attack into? Because if he attacks in that spot, it frees the ladybug. If he attacks in this spot, then he doesn't have a bug to get to there, although this beetle can come over.
Yeah, I mean, he can always play he can always play a grasshopper west to the beetle number 2. But yeah, okay, stopping that grasshopper is probably the best chance. Mm. Also, Jewdoka is played very fast, so yeah, the problem is if white takes the kill spot, of course he can't take northeast. He has to take southeast. If he takes that with a beetle, then there's no other bug. I mean, at the
There's
moment,
no bug available to attack there.
to threaten there. If it takes that spot instead with a mosquito, then the black pill bug can warp the grasshopper away, and the grasshopper is hard to reposition. So it's probably a good defensive idea. But it can.
And if white brings in a grasshopper, black has an ant to pin it.
But then the white pill bug is also able. With beetle on top of the what is there? Is that ant?
Right.
It's also free to move. I mean, yeah, it takes again 1, 2, 3 moves, but well, you can do it even now. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's going there.
I mean, it can still be. Oh, okay, but then the white beetle.
So black ant 1 has to pin it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
I mean, I think that was the only chance, but still loses. Yeah, but still, there's nothing to do. Well, actually, let's see.
Okay, he has to, has to put it there.
Yeah, and it's a gate. But then, okay. So the beetle could then
The beetle can attack.
Yeah, and white needs to take the black ant away. It's very close. This is this kind of sequence that it was hard to see.
And he has to keep it over here so that the mosquito doesn't gain ant power.
That's also definitely better.
And now there's no bug to stop that grasshopper.
Yeah, but black can still keep attacking. And so now the pill bug has to take the.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe it. Like, It's actually a win for black. I mean, it's forced. It doesn't have any. Hi, Troy. We play resolution. Yeah, what else can do? Yeah, it's forced. I mean, yeah, what else can do? Ah, okay, that's what it can do. Okay. I didn't see that option.
But then the beetle climbs. Oh,
Oh, actually, yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
the spider can pin the ant. Because if the beetle climbs up on the, the ant is now threatening to win.
Yeah, so it needs to pin the ant with the spider.
He has to pin the ant with the spider.
I can't believe it.
And then the black grasshopper comes in here. Wow, what a game.
I think some white, like David had something to win. Must have been something else. Joy is.
Joe said he can't believe it.
Uh,
So if the white spider stops the black ant, the black grasshopper comes in, there's nothing to stop it.
that's so. Oh my god. Okay, well, good game. Really, really good game.
Wow, what a game.
It doesn't happen very often. There's all this. I think there was a win for white at some point. Of course, I can't say now, but
I think we're going to have Francesco review this one.
oh yeah, oh my god, there would be so many variations, sub variation, and but good. It was well, there was a lot of drama. Good. Because white attacked first, but it wasn't too efficient. So black managed to counterattack. And then white seemed to be again having an edge, and instead black. So what's the situation now? I mean, yeah, assuming it was 1.5
It's over now.
to 1, so now it would be 2.5 to 1, right? It's
No,
not
it was
over.
1.5 to 1 before the match today. So he's won twice today. So it's 3.5 to 1.
Oh, right, he won the previous game, right? Right, it's true.
So this is it. Jewdoka advances.
Well,
what a game. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this was quite cool. Sometimes happens one of the two players takes an edge, then that's it for the rest of the game. But this one was back and forth, up and down. Okay, definitely to rewatch. I'll take notes.
So yes, the answer is that's it. Jewdoka moves on to the semifinals against the winner of Rise Again and Duby. We've been pronouncing him Dubé all along. I guess we're thinking it's French, but he said it's Duby.
I have no clue, but no, he's American, right? He's from US.
He's from
So anyway, Okay.
So David says he'll be back next year for revenge. And my wife has dinner ready for me, so I'm going to sign off, everybody. I appreciate everybody watching today.
Thanks to you for hosting.
Thanks for joining us, Chris and Francesco. We appreciate your Hive expert opinions. And we appreciate all of you guys that are watching on YouTube.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
So I am going to
Bye-bye, both and everyone.
stop the share. See you all later.